Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Today we are here to interview you about the start of um, a coffee bank, a library kiosk. So I want to ask you the first question. Why was the library kiosk open?
Okay, the library kiosk is open due to collaboration between our coffee bank and also the library. So at first it's because of the library wanted to open up a book cafe for this in this university because of that is the first book cafe in Malaysia also. So that's why we were started to open that kiosk. It's because of the collaboration between us and also the library.
So is it the library that approached first or?
Yeah, basically they approached us on November 2020. That was when we first opened this cafe, and at that time because we are the only cafe that serve like this instead of canteen like the others. So they approached us because of they wanted to make something leisure, but also something that they can read and also have drinks and leisure place.
But as far as I know, if the book cafe, so the kiosk is not that. How do I say? There is no book there. So.
Okay. As you all know that we cannot bring any foods or beverages into the library, right?
Yeah.
And then that is due to they don't want to jeopardize anything, any kind of the books destroyed due to the spillage or anything. So that's why the idea of book cafe doesn't mean that it's a physical book, but it should be on like online books that you read, but through the library's index or whatever. So that's the idea. It's not by reading that physical books, as long as you read inside your phone, tablet, something like that. So right now, because of that book cafe is just open for about I think 3 months. So next year maybe there will be QR code for each of new publications or anything, so you can scan and read during your having coffee, eating that, something like that.
So please to open the kiosk.
Yes, at first we have lots of obstacles, such as because that place is not meant to make any kind of food and services because of the locations. So they don't have any good piping and everything. So it takes some time for us to actually create a model so that it can fit with all the things that they want to do. So instead of we should open it on March before the Puasa before, but then it took until on September when we finished the thing. So that's one thing. And then power supply, because they don't have any specific pot for us, so we have to renovate and everything. That is one of the biggest challenges.
And then may I ask about the cost for the construction of the kiosk?
The kiosk itself is about 35,000. The kiosk, electrics for renovation for electrics, water piping, it costs about, don't mistake, about 10k. So total for that only is about 45k. And then that excluded between the machineries because of our what we have for machine here. The one in cafe is about 35,000. That machine, but we use a very small scale for that because of the size. So that one is about 4,000.
So it means that you bought another machine for that kiosk. And then I want to ask about the process of the how do I say, of the discussion between library and your cafe.
So the discussion between us, between the librarians and also by Kofi. So we at first it was like to help students, the first mean is to have something like book cafe lah. The student they can enjoy coffee while studying there. And the second one is so that they ask us because the library has this program which is called zakat. So zakat library. So zakat library, they don't want to give zakat just to that person without doing anything. So they ask us to take those students which is provided by the library. So they work, but then the salary is given from zakat. And something like that. So that's one. So they want to help to give exposure to the student about business and also about working to get salary something. And then the third one, we discussed about they wanted to increase the numbers of visits from students, because usually students just go there once and twice between the semester. So they want to attract more, and our kiosk it's like something that can be like central for the student can get something like that. That's what discussion.
So about your coffee band issue, do you have any companies that represent your cafe or your kiosk?
Maybe it's stem from that. The name is Coffee Band, because Coffee Band is came from two keywords. My coffee. Band is mine. Coffee is coffee. Band is keyword is me. So my coffee. So everyone who have, for us, we try to make a special blend that you can only have it here. So that's why we try to create. So people will say that, okay, that is what my favorite, my coffee. Maybe that's why we say that for our motto, to make something that you can have not anywhere else.
How does the series differentiate itself from competitors?
Okay, for the kiosk, I think we differentiate by using different beans and to create our own blends, so that at least we're not the same like the other coffee outlet like Memories or Coffee Missing. So maybe that's one of it. We try to make our own blend, so it will be our own specialty. And other than that, I think because the kiosk itself is something new than the others. Most of them will be like cafes, right? But then that one is like kiosk, like a very small, tiny kiosk. But then we have coffee, we have lots of other beverages. So I think that is one of the strength.
Next, how does the company approach innovation in this product or service?
Okay, right now we are in discussion between the library, because of they are trying to make like you can order using the apps on library apps. So and then it's like having a loyalty point. Okay? So as long as you are student, you try to order using the app, the SMZ app. So they will create like point in every time you read, and then you can use the point to redeem the coffee. That is one of the innovation that we're trying. So it's like trying to make people much reading things, and then the competition will be about coffee. Yes, that's it.
Next, how has the company's revenue grown over the past few years?
Well, since it's only 3 months, so I cannot say about past years. But within these 3 months, it's increasing. It's gradually increasing, but it's not as what we expected. So maybe because of it's still in short term, so we might see much more increase for next year.
How would you rate the leadership's ability to guide the company towards success?
If it's out of 5, I think a 5 out of 5, because of our company trying their best to at least nurture all the baristas, all the other students who are working with us, so that at least they have the opportunity and also experience working here, because it's not easy for you to get a job outside of the cafe because of time limitation and everything. So I think the company's leadership is quite good. They tried their best to make it.
Actually, how would you rate the quality of the product in this company?
If you ask me, I will rate it very high. Okay. But then to compare us, I think our quality is quite good. Not that bad. Not very excellent. But then it's quite good. Because we're trying to sell the things in the lower prices. So we have to play with the cost and everything, right? So we might not give the best, but it's quite good for the quality.
And then I want to ask about what is your major weaknesses when joining this business?
One of the major weaknesses is costing. Okay? Because of, as I said earlier, all the machinery, all the things, it is very costly. At least the cheapest thing will be about 5,000 and above. So that is one of the biggest trial for us to get there. To have the model to start up that thing, and then because of we have very small windows to open that kiosk. We were approached early, but then the confirmation to open the kiosk was like within 4 months before the construction. So we tried to open it as soon as possible, but it was like there was some errors during the time because of how fast we were. So then it caused some major things like leakage. Even some of the construction things was like the hinge was broken. So I think that is one of the biggest major, because sometimes if that thing broke, it might affect towards the customers. Bad impression to us. The one biggest. The cost and the time.
And what about what are your most common customer complaints? Maybe it will be like for customer service or long wait times.
I think the time to make one order to one order, so they have to wait a bit because of we are using the smaller machines. So that machine, compared with what we have here, at about for one coffee, here we will take about 2 minutes. That one take about 3 to 5 minutes. So waiting time will be longer. But we try to reduce by making coffee will take a long time. Coffee and frappe that we have there. So we try to, for the food, we try to make it like frozen food. It just heat in about 1 minute, 2 minutes. Right? So that's how we try to reduce that. But then the most common is late. So waiting for the long time. Other than that, maybe we got the shortage of food, the shortage of things that we try to sell, because some products we make it weekly. So sometimes we put we make 50 packs. It will be up within 3 days. Sometimes we make 20 packs, it will be up within 5 days. So it was like first come first serve for the things. So that's why they said. Sometimes when I came, okay, I want sandwich, but the sandwich already done by at 10 p.m. 10 a.m. So
And last one, regarding all the witnesses, what skills do your company need to improve on?
Maybe to try to manage people much better. So right now we only have a shortage of staff for the morning session. For evening session we have students, but then for morning session students they have to go to class. So we need to find people who can work during this morning session. So right now we get some people who are not really skilled on those subjects. So that's why we're very slow. So I think management, the management have to take part, especially for trainings or everything. And this is how we can solve this kind of issue.
How can we turn your strengths into opportunities?
So that I think we can relate by one of our strengths is due to we try to create an environment that students can work together. So I think that is one opportunity for us to create some positions for other students. At least one of it, we try to nurture them to become baristas, something that you might not have the opportunity because of at least to use that to have that training for baristas is about 400 or 500 bucks. 100 ringgit. So we're giving it for free, but then at the same time, it's an opportunity for us because we don't have to find other people to work with us, actually the students. Other than that, I think the opportunity to introduce our own coffee, our own blend, our own taste. That's how it is.
And then our industry trends moving upward.
Yeah, because as I said before, we try to make new ways to order, like online ordering, but then using other apps instead of Grabs and everything. So our own apps with the library. So we try to use that kind of technologies, and also we try to replace that machine because we are trying to create to buy this one machine that we don't have to use barista. The barista doesn't have to be skilled, so everything is automated and it's much easier and faster. But it costs me, so it will take some time. But I think we are trying to go more and more on the technologies.
And lastly, do new markets exist for your product?
Maybe not, I think, because of this product is not new, so it's existing for quite some time. Because of, I think people know about specialty coffee starting from Starbucks and the Americans, right? So it's not it's not new, it's common. But then maybe we try to create something like maybe service, maybe how we make latte arts, that thing, maybe that's one.
Okay, now I want to ask you about this. First, who are your competitors?
Okay, our competitors, I think the one who opened downstairs, okay, because of our kiosk at the first floor, so there's lots of carts and also as a booth like that. So usually they are the main competition because some students when they linger there, they go upstairs for a coffee because everything is up there.
Next, what obstacles do you face? What are you?
First of all, to gather crowds. That is one of the main obstacles that we have. We try to make promotions, but then, as I said, because of the scale is small, so we cannot make it as big as possible. And sometimes, because of students, some of them didn't go to libraries. Instead, they went to downstairs, all the things are downstairs instead of up there. So that's why, for these 3 months, we had a very problematic for all the sales, so the kurang sikit.
Next, what law or regulation change could harm your business?
Our biggest will be the trade law for the beans. Most of our coffee beans is came from outside of Malaysia. So there, if I'm not mistaken, next year there will be a new strict law, which is they will increase the duty fee for any beans outside from Malaysia coming. So for now, for example, we're using Guatemala bean. That bean for 1 kilo is costing about 80 ringgit. So there will be possible next year will be up to 100 ringgit. So that will be a very big problem because we are trying to sell not too expensive coffee. even though we have the same price like outside, but then the size we use here is much bigger. So instead 8 ounce from outside, we use 12 ounce. So if that law happens, it will increase our cost.